Gang, 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 gang. Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another banging episode of Africa Rising. Today we're going to focus on something that I love the most, which is hip hop music, dancehall music. I love music, man. Not only do I listen to music, not only do I watch music, but guess what? I also make music in my spare time. And I don't do it professionally, but yeah, the aim, my goal was always to make music, but yeah, you know what I mean? So my thing is, African music has taken the world by storm. Big up and shout outs to two countries that are running to the show: Nigeria with the Afro beats and South Africa with the Amapiano. Amapiano. Yes, Amapiano sound. Actually, South Africa did take the world quite by storm with their house music. You know what I mean? Big up to DJ Coffee, Black Coffee, and he was obviously running things when he did so. You know what I mean? So Black Coffee, yeah, undoubtedly South Africa's most successful DJ on the world stage. Even the likes of P. Diddy, Jay Z, and all those guys know him as he's interacted with them, and that's visibly on social media, so we cannot deny that. And then obviously the Nigerians run the show with the Afro beats. You know, you got Burner Boy, you got Whiskey, you got Davido, you got what's the guy's name? Fela, Femi Kuti, all those guys. You know what I mean? So they've had it on lock since way back when. You know what I mean? So yeah, so my whole thing with this whole music thing is basically I'm thinking about a certain group that we really don't get to see much of on the music scene when it comes to music in Africa. So when you look at Egyptian music, for example, it's representative of the country because it is Arab and predominantly that. But when it comes to the indigenous Egyptians, you know, the black Egyptians, you don't get to see much of them. You know what I mean? So I want to speak to those. So today's topic is basically about the minorities of countries and the music exploits and why they're not visible in the countries. You know what I mean? So, like for example, like colored, right? And in other countries that would be mixed race. In other countries that would be mulatto, whatever you want to call it. So I'm looking specifically into that type of artist. Like if you look into South Africa, you just see like the indigenous African artists that come out. You know what I mean? So your DJ Black Coffees, your TKZs, your tear gases, your who else is there? Your Brenda Fassies, your Yvonne Chaka Chakas, your you just name it. But you hardly hear names like Vicky Sampson, Black Noise, Prophets of the City, uh, what's the name? Shane Eagle. You have AKA, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's only mainly like AKA. The music scene from South Africa. I can talk about AKA musically. Who else can I talk about musically? AKA, yeah. Who else is doing it on that level? But a colored person, like a mixed race person doing it on that level. No, you see, basically just AKA. That's in hip hop. I'm trying to even think DJs. Oh, Ready D, DJ Ready D, yeah. Ready D Zano. Ready D Zano. Yeah, there's Ready D. Who else? Zano. Who else is doing it a lot? Who else is doing it big? It's fine in between, you know what I mean? It's like yeah and there, females. Nadia Nakai, but even she's not as, you know what I'm saying? But at least, Nadia Nakai, you know what I mean? Who else? 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 Nadia Nakai. Who else? I mean, that's just basically it, you know what I mean? So I look at it even from the Nigerian perspective, I would think maybe Fino, you know. I would assume I would think he's colored just by looking at his coconut brown skin. They're calling I don't call him Popo. They call him Popo or something like that. They're Popo or something like that. Like this mixed breed or something. And then I think you get Davido's cousins, the twins, B Red and B whatever. Those guys, something Fino, B Red and his twin brother or something like that. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I don't know. I really can't think of anyone really, you know what I mean? So basically, that's my whole game plan. So why are these people hidden? Why are we not at the forefront? Why are we not coming out of the woodwork? Why are we not doing what the indigenous Africans are doing? Are we not bold enough? Are we scared? Do we not have the platforms? Do we not have the support? Do we lack resources? So what is the issue? Why are we not coming out in our numbers like the indigenous Africans are coming out in their numbers? You know what I mean? So for me, I feel like one, I can talk personally from my side, right? What has been holding me back, to be honest, is lack of finance, right? Because I've been self-promoting, self-funding, self-everything, because I really want to go the independent route, which is taking forever. Be that as it may, I'm still determined to do the independent thing because I've seen people get ripped off. I've heard sto- stories. When you're following this whole music journey, man, at some point you're gonna get ripped off. But when you're getting ripped off as you, the artist, you, the label, you that, then it's all good. But if you're getting ripped off as an employee, you know what I mean? Damn, because you hear stories of the company received $100,000, you know, and you getting $15, $15,000, and from that $15,000, the company still takes out its commission for recordings, for marketing, whatever the case may be, and then you're landing up with something like about 10 or 9 or $8,000. I mean, dude, come on, now that's just being ripped off. You know what I mean? So it's those stories that keep people like me, away from the big labels. You know what I mean? So that's why we preferring to keep it on the low, low, on the and then just push it out like that, and hopefully you can get a brand big deal somewhere in the future down the line. So one thing is, I'm looking at countries like Mozambique, Angola, Zambia. I actually knew a mixed race guy from Zambia. Actually, he was my friend back in the day, And I never really thought, when you live in a country, you never, because I think it's media propaganda, and just the way the media portrays countries, because African media, it's a shame actually, come to think of it. It's a shame because they're now taken over. They've now adopted this Western style, right? Where they just want to show the bad side of countries. Really, they just want to show the evil side. Like, people are shocked when you tell them, you know, I'm mixed race and I'm from Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique. It's like, what? There's people like you over there? Like, no ways. What do you mean, no ways? It's like our Americans get shocked when they see women like Halle Berry here in South Africa. It's like they come to Africa and they're like, whoa, you have Halle Berry's over there. You have Kim Kardashians over there. You have um who else? Who else is these light skinned Americans like these mixed colored Jennifer Lopez. You have Jennifer Lopez over there. You have Halle Berry's over there. You have Jada Pinkett's over there. You know? Dude, we've got Barack Obama's over here. In the whole of Africa, we have Barack Obama's. We have Will Smith's. We have J. Cole's. We have what's his name? We have the French Montana's over here. We have Tigers over here. We have Chris Brown's over here. We have T.I.'s over here. You know what I'm saying? But somehow everybody just thinks Africa you only have Bernie Macs. You have your Kodak Blacks, Kodak Black, your White Clef Jeans, your dark skinned brothers, your dark skinned sisters that you don't have any light skins. You know what I mean? Come on now. Wherever the white man went, the white man left babies. Now think about that. For 400 years, man, the white man has been busy in Africa. So obviously there's like millions of us, bro. Having said that, man, come on, it's a sad reality that we are living in a world where the media sends out the wrong messages, and then when you travel to these countries, you're in total shock. You're just like, wow. I remember, I remember, what's his name? This actor Jamie Foxx coming to South Africa, and he had an interview, and he was like, he shot a video he shot a movie in Cape Town, or he shot parts of his movie in Cape Town. I think it was Ali or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think if he was in that movie, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Ali, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, he was blown away by the mixed race women he saw here. He saw Kim Kardashian looking type of women over here. He saw Halle Berry's over here. He was stunned. He had never seen anything like that before. Well, at least that was his perception. That because when he got here, he was blown away. You know, because he says like in the other parts of Africa where he's been to, he hadn't seen anything like that. You know what I mean? And when he came to Cape Town, it was just a whole different ballgame. You know what I mean? So, those who don't know Cape Town, It's look at it more like a mini Brazil. You know, like I would think Brazil is the country of mixed race because if you think Brazil, you just think of brown skin people. In the Dominican Republic, right? Dominican Republic, Brazil, that would be like your type of that, right? But if you think of Congo, if you think of Kenya, you think more of Haiti and Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? You can't really picture. You know what I'm saying? At least that's a perception we get from the world media, right? But when you get to those places, I can guarantee you now that it's not only those people that they show. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are shocked that Sean Paul is a Jamaican. You know what I mean? Like, dude, are you really Jamaican? You're not. You know what I'm saying? Like Sean Paul tells he's a Jamaican because you saw yourself a Jamaican looking like Shabba Ranks, Buju Banton. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bob Marley, you can see Bob Marley's mixed race. You know, look at Bob Marley's sons and you can sing that. Oh yeah, cool. But you look at Sean Paul, well, Sean Paul Shaggy, you know, and they say the Jamaicans, you know, and they'll be like, nah, you guys are Puerto Ricans, you know, you guys are Dominican, or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I guess we'll also be surprised if we go to. Well, I wouldn't be surprised anymore. There's Chinese that are not even. There are black Chinese and mixed race Japanese, mixed race Chinese, mixed race. Man, come on now. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be surprised when nowadays we have free media. You know what I mean? The internet is there now, so it's up to us to just, you know, nitpick and see what we want to see. Just type in anything on the internet. It's sort of like about it. Now we're learning that no, whatever the media was portraying, it's not the truth. Now we can dig out the truth for ourselves. You know what I mean? Mainstream media. Oh, dude, this is crazy. So back to the topic at hand, right? As I say now, what's stopping us? So, like personally, I was thinking it's finances on my side. You know what I mean? I just didn't get around to having the muscle that could get me to where I need to go, and I still believe that I shall get to where I need to go with the music muscle. So I was looking more of like music collaborations with more mixed race people. So I was like thinking maybe I should create a platform where only mixed race people get on there to give them exposure because I'm thinking it's finances that are holding them back, or or if it's not finances, it's just the independent route. So if all independent artists of mixed race can come together and showcase the talent on this platform that can just grow mixed race people, I think that would be a great way for us to showcase our existence on the continent, our skill on the continent, and our formidability on the continent as well. You know what I mean? That we also have something to offer, whether it's in the political space, in the music space, in the arts and culture space, you know, in the literature space, in the academic space, anything. You know what I mean? I just think it's scientific space. You know, so I just feel like we also are human and we can do something for the continent as well. Having said that, I feel like we need to do something grand that shall change the world for a better place. And I think the longest serving, no, not longer serving. I feel I feel like the next biggest leader shall come shall come from this specific race group. I can almost 100% guarantee that. I'm not in the next few years. I'm not sure if it's going to be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. But what I do know is that the next great leader is going to come from that specific race group. Believe that.